Okay, in this video I'm going to measure the remaining brake pad on my 2012 Nissan Pathfinder. For this I got a jack stand, and something to take the wheel off the vehicle. I've got a light just to make it easier for you to see, and I've got a ruler, small metal ruler. This one's in inches, but you could also use one in millimeters. So really you're just measuring the amount of brake pad from the face of the brake pad to the backing plate. And I'll try and pop up a little diagram picture, make it easier to see. There's no viewing window on the back of this brake caliper for the outside pad, but from this I can tell that it is 8/32 of an inch, because obviously this ruler's in 30 of an inch, which is the same as 4/16, which is the same as 1/4 of an inch, or 6.4 millimeters. 6.4 millimeters or 1/4 of an inch is about right where they would say that you should start thinking about replacing your brake pads, and the bare minimum is sort of in that 3.2 millimeter, 1/8 of an inch range, where you definitely have to change your brake pads. There are viewing windows in the caliper for the inside brake pad, but it is very difficult to fish that ruler in. However, just looking at them, I can tell that the interior pad and the exterior pad are approximately the same size. So I would say that they're being worn evenly, and they are also at about the 1/4 inch or 4/16 of an inch. Now the rear brake calipers on the 2012 Pathfinder are completely different, and you can actually measure both of the brake pads through the viewing window on the brake caliper. So because this is just a cheap little ruler, I just put a little hockey stick bend in it, and these are actually thicker, and they are at 10/32. Again, this is a ruler measured in 30 of an inch, so that's 5/16 of an inch, which is equivalent to 7.9 millimeters. There's a couple spots where you can measure them, so it's pretty easy. Now I do inspect both sides, but there's no differences in the thicknesses. Both of my fronts are 1/4 inch, and both of my rears are 5/16 of an inch. So right now I'm not too concerned with changing them out immediately. I'm going to run them till the end of the summer probably, and then in September I will do a brake pad and rotor change. One thing to note, I'm just looking at these sway bar end links. Those are only 1 year old, and they look like they've been underwater for about 7 years. One thing I would note on these Nissan Pathfinders, there's quite a bit of rust on this. So if you're living anywhere with salt, I guess anywhere north of, I don't know, New Mexico, they are probably going to look a little bit rusty. Springs are looking good. I'll probably do a video on bushings and lubrication. I also want to do the shocks and struts, particularly the rear shocks. As you can see, it looks like my rear shocks spent time on the ocean floor, and then someone installed them on my Nissan Pathfinder. So changing those up this summer would be a good call. Anyway, measuring your brake pads, quick and easy. Anyone can do it as long as you have the tools to take off the wheel. Thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.